Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. I am mega bummed because I bought a nice microphone for this show and it hasn't shown up yet, and I'm kind of convinced that it was delivered during PAX and maybe there was a slip but I just never saw it. I don't know. But I need to look into that because I would love, guys, I believe in a world where we don't hear traffic all the time. I know that that blows your mind and that you're thinking right now, Dodger, you're crazy, but it's a possible future for us. Also, this video is apparently lost to the ether. This was the news video for Friday, and my goodness, did Premiere hate it. But oh well, it's Monday, fresh new sleepy start, so let's do it, let's get cracking. So first piece of news is that right now there are pre-Tokyo Game Show conferences going on, which I don't understand, they should just happen at Tokyo Game Show, I think. But anyway, the Sony one, they were talking about quite a few different things. There's like a new model of the Vita that can stream to TV, but along with that there's also the Vita TV, which is like a tiny portable thing that you plug into your television and then you can play Vita games, which sounds so similar to so many other things that are coming out right now. I find the Vita TV very interesting, and here is why. Because they're basically telling us, here you go, here's another option for you to be able to play Vita games. It's much cheaper. You'll be able to play it on a bigger screen. Maybe the resolution won't be as good because again, these are meant for a small portable screen. But basically they're saying to us, you pay more to get the portability because it is a handheld, nice system. You can play all the same games for much cheaper on your TV, the tiny little thing, any Vita game you want, well, almost any Vita game you want. Anything that utilizes like the dual touch screens doesn't work, but everything else you can totally play on your TV now, which is pretty cool. I don't know, I was just like, man, that's a cool thing. Like, I'm glad that that exists, but I don't understand why it's so much cheaper. It's like $100, the equivalent of $100, I believe. And it's only coming out in Japan so far, but I would not be surprised if it made it over here. I don't know, maybe it depends on how well Vita games do here. I'm actually not all that sure. And I know so many people that have a Vita and they just don't use it, and I'm like, guys, come on. The Vita's great. I basically only use my 3DS for Street Passing and Harvest Moon, so maybe I'm not the right person to talk to. But yeah, any of you who are constantly like, man, I just wish so badly that I was able to play Vita games, but I don't wanna buy a Vita. It's too expensive and I know I won't use it. There might be an option coming down the pips. Pippity pips. Pip, 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 pip. I need to be over here, what am I doing? Well, for those of you who spend sleepless nights just wishing that Call of Duty would go away, you're going to be sorely disappointed because it's turning out that Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be the most pre-ordered game of the year. That's at least how it's looking right now. We don't have that confirmed. Obviously, it hasn't entirely happened yet, but they're saying that looking at pre-orders so far, it's what it's shaping up to be. It's so funny because I'm so used to being involved in a community of people that are just kind of like, man, Call of Duty is just so tired and old, like I just want it to go away. But then I always wind up meeting people who were kind of on the outskirts of the gaming community that always are jacked about Call of Duty games. They're just like, oh man, you play games? Do you play Call of Duty? I'm really excited about Ghosts. And I'm like, really? A lot of times people that aren't super into games but play like 1 or 2 games either play phone games like Candy Crush or they play Call of Duty almost every single time I talk to somebody. And then it makes a little bit more sense how Call of Duty can continually be the most pre-ordered game every time it comes out. And I would like to make this a little bit clearer and a little bit more mind-melting by saying, remember, GTA 5 is coming out. What? Wow, it is rapidly getting dark in here. Go fast, let's go fast. So the Mighty No. 9 Kickstarter is going on right now. They have now added PS4 and Xbox One compatibility as a stretch goal. So if they reach 3.3 million, I believe that they will be making that. As of right now, you can basically play it on anything that isn't like a platform-specific handheld device, which they've even talked about doing that, but they're not quite sure about how to make it happen necessarily, so it's not a stretch goal yet. It's like pretty crazy, right? That Keiji Inafune was like, yo, we're gonna be making like kind of a spiritual successor to Mega Man, and we're gonna do a Kickstarter because nobody believes that people still want this game. Do you guys want this game? And everybody was like, oh my god, take my money. Those are the moments when I really love Kickstarter, and I don't think that it's abused quite as much. Because I'm like, oh man, no, like seriously, nobody believed in Mega Man games anymore. That is absolutely true. We've seen it time and time again, And so the fact that Keiji Inafune was able to just be like, yo, let's make something that's basically Mega Man, but we won't call it Mega Man because then we'll get in trouble. People are wanting it so much that you're basically gonna be able to play it on every single possible thing, which I think is awesome, and it looks great. And if you haven't seen anything about Mighty No. 9 yet, you can go check out their Kickstarter. I'll link in the description. What now? Oh my gosh, I'm starting to look like a damsel in a film noir. But Johnny, he never saw it coming. He never knew that I was the real murderer, that I took all the money. So anyway, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And if you would like to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. I am going to be uploading the PAX footage all plopped together tomorrow. So I know that took a while. I forgot about it, I'll be honest. So that's going up tomorrow if you want to watch that for as much sense as it'll make. But otherwise, I hope that you guys had an amazing day. And I will talk to you again on Wednesday. Bye-bye! Mwah!